So now that I have detangled my hair, I've put a serum on it. Now I'm going to start blow drying my hair. And the I have a blow dryer, okay? When I straighten my hair, now I see that there are some steaming brushes out there. I haven't used one of those because I use my steamer or the cap. I'm not quite sure about it, and I don't know if I want to test it out on my hair. I really don't. But if you use it and you like it, great. Just know that steaming your hair, you can oversaturate and over moisturize your hair. I would not suggest that being used as a daily thing that you use on your hair, okay? I would use it after your wash day. Personally, for me, when I first started steaming my hair, I would do this process that I just went through every 2 weeks. Then it became once a month. It really depends on how hot, the climate that you're in, and if your hair feels like it's dry and it needs like a just to be rejuvenated again. That's when I use it, okay? So you can over moisturize your hair. What happens when you over moisturize your hair is it becomes limp and it does not want to move, it doesn't want to curl. So that's how you know that your hair is oversaturated. So my recommendation, my professional recommendation with steaming is, especially if you're using the hooded one, is to do it every 2 weeks or whenever you take your braids out, your weaves out, um, whenever you do your wash day. But I would say do it every 2 weeks and then you can back up to once a month. But that's just a generalization. It's not that way for everyone, but that is what is kind of like the parameters of what I think when it comes to steaming and my experience in it, doing it for over 10 years. And so what I do is to before I like I said before, I put the serum on, I detangled my hair. Now it's time for me to straighten my hair. I get a blow dryer, can be any blow dryer with a comb attachment. This thing is a lifesaver. This thing is going to prep your hair. And I forgot to say too, the skinny serum and the 10 are also heat protectants. So you definitely, if you're going to use a blow dryer, whether it be to round brush your hair or to use a comb attachment if you have curls and you want to straighten them out, this is one of the best ways to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blow dryer and I'm going to section my hair off. Okay. Doesn't matter how you section your hair off, just get in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go from the ends up and I'm going to blow dry my hair. Okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to straighten out these curls. It's going to make these curls straighten out so it's easier and I don't have to use as much heat on my hair when I'm flat ironing it. So as you can see, I've just divided my hair up just a little bit and I'm just going to use a hair tie. And this is a cloth hair tie because those are better for your hair than using like rubber bands or anything like that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to move this over just a little bit because my camera's not working. And I'm going to turn it on high. And then I'm going to just go from the end to the roots, up to the roots, up to the scalp. This isn't high because I have it on cold. That would be it. So I'm going to go, like I said, from the roots to the scalp. Once I have taken out the tangles and it's easy for me to get through my hair, okay? Do you see how it is smoothing out, how it's smoothing out those curls? Now this is only if you want to flat iron your hair and wear it straight. Like I said, I'm natural. And make sure that you are getting that scalp dry as well. So I'm going from the roots up to the top. You see how that's smoothing that out? And it's just gonna make it so much easier for me to flat iron my hair. So as you can see, I'm all blown dry. My hair feels great. It feels moisturized. It feels great. I love it. And you know, when you're first starting to steam your hair, especially with my products, you will feel the results, but sometimes it takes more than one steam. By the first steam, you'll feel the softness, you'll feel the difference. The second time, you'll start to see more results, and as you keep going, the results keep getting better and better. So I will now. I'm gonna flat iron my hair, and then we can see what the end result is. So after I got done doing my blow drying, I'm just gonna work from the nape of the neck, the back of the head, or as some people call the kitchen. We're gonna work from here, and then I'm gonna go up, and then I'm gonna do sides. That's kind of how I have a system for everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use here. I use a lot of different lines for different things because I like how those products work on my hair. There is no written rule that if you use one line, you have to use the shampoo, the conditioner, the thermal heat spray. Of course, retailers want you to buy everything in the line so that you have it. It's more profit for them. But I jump around. So if you've been watching from the beginning, you know I've used the Paul Mitchell, I've used It's a 10, I've used there's thermal protectants right that I am going to use this, and it's called the Care Curling Wax. I have used this for a really, really long time. I love. They also have a styling gel. Not a styling gel. It's like a liquid, and it's for after you before you blow dry. You can put it on your hair, and it acts as a set. It's a setting lotion. There it is, a setting lotion. That works really great in conjunction with whatever leave-in conditioner that you use to blow dry your hair. So for this step, I'm going to use this it's a curling wax. It is very, I don't know if you can see it, but it is very thick. Okay. So what I do is I don't want all of this thickness on my hair. In Arizona, if you put too much grease on your hair, it is like putting your hair in a pan of frying grease. Okay. So in hotter climates, you don't want to use too heavy of a grease. But I do still like to have grease on my hair as I'm flat ironing my hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay. And I'm left-handed, so so things might look a little weird or backwards. So I put a little on the back of my hand, and as before I'm about to hair, I take a little section, okay, and then I take a little bit of the grease and I just rub it down the hair, okay. So now I'm gonna take my flat iron and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do a pass, okay. Then I'm gonna let it cool. I don't tend to like to do this, and that's what the blow dryer comb helps with, is smoothing out those curls, okay? So I don't particularly like to use my flat iron and my comb at the same time because sometimes it leaves ridges and it leaves the teeth of the comb's imprint in your hair. So I don't tend to like to do that, but that's just my personal opinion and that's just my personal preference. So I usually go over it twice, okay? And this is the back of the head. So this hair, it's the kitchen. And I'm older, so it's it's a little, my scalp is sweating a little bit. But we're going to take this, and again, I am going to just do one pass, let it cool, two pass, let it cool. Now I need to get up right here one more time, so I'm just going to go through, okay? And then I am going to do that for the rest of my hair. And I'm using a rat tail comb so that I can go in and section and pull the hair down that I want. And then again, I'm going to take a little bit of the grease and I'm going to rub it down my head and then I'm going to comb. then I'm gonna flat iron. And the smoke that you might see coming off my hair is from the product, but it feels really, really good. Feels really good. So now I'm gonna go and I'm rubbing that down. I'm gonna go in and I am going to flat iron that. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm just going up my hair and I'm just taking out little pieces in a horizontal line. So you see how I'm okay. And I'm just taking a little bit of the grease and then I'm going up. I'm trying to get as close as I can so I can get those roots straight. So if you have any questions on hair care or you need a hair care plan, I do Zoom calls so I can help you get your hair plan together and recommend the right products for you or see what you're already using currently and seeing if we can just put that into your hair routine. If you want to get some of my hair products, I'll have the links below as well as the consultation. If you wanted a consultation with me, I only do a few a week. So that would be, I'd look forward to being able to help you. I also work with a lot with, and in my career, I've worked a lot with foster care and adoption agencies. So if you are an agency or you're someone that's an adopted parent or you're caring for somebody's hair that has a different hair texture than your own, I'm able to help with that as well. So now I'm coming up to the last couple pieces of my hair on the top. Okay. And I'm going to go in. And then after it cools a little bit, that's when I'm going to run my comb through my hair. And the steaming and with the oils and the things that I steam my hair with, it gives your hair like really good shine. If you look at if you go into my TikTok and you see some of my TikTok videos, you can see how my hair is very shiny and it moves, So that's what we're looking for. Like I said, I'm gonna just put a little bit on, go up. Okay. Now I do need a trim, so I need to make an appointment for that. And as you can see, now my hair is flat ironed. Now it's straight. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I need to go get a trim. But as you can see, my hair is very light. It's very, it feels good. It moves. Okay. Like my hair is moving. So I'm gonna just finish styling it up and then you can see what it looks like in the end. Okay, so here is the final result. My hair is shiny and it is bouncy. See how that goes? You see that? Yeah. So, and then there's that shine. And it just feels so good and it's just bouncy. And now I'm gonna go to my business meeting with nice shiny hair. See how it's, I need to touch it up a little bit. So if you need a hair consultation or you need a hair care plan, I will have my information down in the link below and I will give you a hair plan. We'll find out what you need and see how we can get your hair healthy. And again, I use the Key Solutions, the tea tree, so my scalp feels really good and it feels refreshed. And now I'm ready to go.